Because if you don't let Donald Trump run, then you have got rid of democracy. Thank you.
Thank you, Billy. Tom is in San Jose, California on the Democratic line. Go ahead, Tom.
Hi. I get so depressed listening to people like the person who just called. Republicans, 75% of them believe, like this guy, that, the election was rigged. And these are the same people that will support Trump no matter what he does. They only hear one side of the issue. They're not concerned about hearing the other side. You, the host, you guys are great. Right on air, you will correct people. You will read something factually and correct these people. And what do? They don't believe it. And then they'll go on and you'll pick up another Republican and he'll say the same thing.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And according to Wikipedia, Trump derangement syndrome is the term that has mainly been used by Trump supporters to discredit criticism of his behavior as a way of reframing the discussion by suggesting that his opponents are incapable of accurately perceiving the world. Whew. The Trump faithful blame President Biden and Democrats for every problem under the sun while portraying Donald Trump as infallible.
They believed the election was stolen. It wasn't stolen. They believed that January 6th was a hoax, that it was QAnon, or it was like the FBI. If Trump is elected, he's going to allow Putin to do anything he wants. He's going to allow Kim Jong-un do anything he wants. He's just, it's just depressing. I've got to admit one thing. I'm going to stop watching you guys because I can't stand to hear these people call in who get fact-checked by the host like yourself and continue to lie.
For whatever reason, MAGA morons have a hard time accepting any information that challenges their beliefs, no matter how crazy they may be. Donald Trump gives them permission to remain ignorant. We've all been around someone like this as well. Whether it's someone that you work with, go to school with, or a family member who you just had to have Christmas dinner with, they are everywhere. So when a C-SPAN caller named Tom voiced despair with having to deal with the Trump cult and their exhausting excuses all the time, it brought up a good point.
They just don't get it. No, we don't want to leave the country, and California's not going to fall off. We're the United States. They're the ones that want to stop the election. But they gaslight you. They turn around and say, well, whatever we say, you're doing to us. Well, Trump was convicted and found guilty of rape. He did take the documents and hid them, didn't follow the subpoena. Trump is his worst own enemy. And we are, anyway, thank you.
It can be emotionally draining to be around people who can never admit the possibility of ever being wrong about anything. These are the same people that think that they are experts in topics that they know nothing about. They are constantly trying to convince everyone of their views and project their frustrations with life onto everyone else while escaping any sense of accountability. They have a hard time with change because deep down they're lacking a sense of control and they're scared. Their inflexible way of thinking sets them up for failure and usually makes them the target of con men and carnival barkers. These are the undereducated that Donald Trump relates to on a third grade level, and sadly, they support him financially. Tom applauded the C-SPAN host who takes MAGA moron idiotic calls and listens to the same worn-out talking points on a daily basis. He gave them kudos for sticking to the facts in the face of outrageous allegations and outright lies. Tom voiced his frustration, and it was real. What Tom said was probably gone through the minds of countless people who have had to deal with MAGA morons in their own life. For an individual who enjoys reading, science, philosophy, or other liberal arts, the cult-like mentality of the Trump faithful is exhausting at times. Donald Trump loves the undereducated because they are easier to control. Some of these folks live in squalor but think that they need to support a guy that sits on a golden toilet and flies around in a private jet. There's an old saying that states, misery loves company. Well, so does stupidity, and it's obvious with the Trump faithful. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.